When you're asked to write a quadratic function and you're given the vertex and a point, you're going to want to use the vertex form of the equation. Now, if you remember, that form is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k, where hk is your vertex. This form is nice because it has a place for you to plug in your vertex and a place, x and y, for you to plug in that point that you're given. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start, and step number one is we're going to substitute the vertex into this equation. So we're going to go ahead and write y equals a times x minus the h value, or the x coordinate of your vertex, which in this case is 4, squared, plus the k value of your vertex, which in this case is negative 5. So this plus negative 5 really means that this is just a minus 5. So now that we have the equation with the vertex plugged in, we notice that we still have three variables, y, a, and x. Now if you remember, we were also given a point that is on this parabola. So that means that when we plug in the point 2, negative 1, this equation is going to work out. So to solve for a, we can plug in the 2 and negative 1. So what we're going to have next is in our y, we're going to have a negative 1 equals a times our x here is 2 minus the 4 that was the h value, all that quantity squared, and then plus negative 5, which is minus 5. So now we have an equation, negative 1 equals a times 2 minus 4 squared minus 5. And we know that we need to solve for that a so that we can plug it into our original equation and write the equation. So to solve for a, we want to get a by itself. So the first thing that we're going to do is what's inside of the parentheses, because we're following the order of operations. So we have 2 minus 4, which we know is negative 2. That is all squared, subtracted by 5. So then now we have an exponent. So the next order of operations would be that negative 2 squared. So we have negative 2 squared equals positive 4. And there's still that minus 5 out there. So now we have negative 1 equals 4a minus 5. So if we want to get that a by itself, we first got to get rid of this 5. So we add 5 to both sides. And we end up with 4 equals 4 times a. So to get rid of that 4 there, we divide on both sides. So we're left with a is equal to 1. Now that we have that a and we have our vertex already given to us, we can plug it into our vertex form of the equation, and that's the equation that we're looking for. So our final answer, the equation that we need to write, is y equals a, which is 1, times x minus our h value of our vertex, which is 4, squared, plus our k value, which is negative 5. So we're going to have minus 5. So the equation for a parabola with a vertex of 4, negative 5 that passes through the point 2, negative 1 is y equals x minus 4 squared minus 5.